All right, we'll do some more synthetic division. 2 more problems from your book on page 124. This time I'm going to do problem 14 and problem 18. So problem 14 says x squared plus 9 divided by x plus 3. First thing I'm going to do with all of these synthetic problems is to write the coefficients inside the box. So the coefficient of my x squared, whoops, where'd my paper go here? The wrong spot. There we go. The coefficient of my x squared term is 1. I need to have a placeholder. I don't have any linear term in my original problem, right? There's no x, so I'm going to write a 0 under my x. And then my plain number, my constant, is 9. Now I need a number to divide into all of those coefficients, and I'm going to use the -3, but I have to change its sign. It's going from being a factor to being a solution, so it becomes a +3. Now I bring down, start that whole process. Bring down the 1, multiply, 1 times 3 is 3. At the second column, 0 plus 3 is 3. Repeat the process. 3 times 3 is 9. Add down the third column, 9 plus 9 is 18. That last number is always my remainder. And the first 2 numbers that I get in my answer are going to be the coefficients of my answer polynomial. And I replace the variables with 1 degree less than where I started. So I started at a 2, which means that my variable will just have a 1. And in this case, it'll be a plain x. So 1x or just x. Next would be my plain number, right? I've used up my x terms already. So it'll be x plus 3. And then my remainder is plus 18. And I write it over whatever I've been dividing by, x minus 3. So what's happening here is that my answers will always have these 2 columns in them, the x term and the plain number term. It's 1 less than where I started. Originally I had an x squared, but I've divided out one of those x's. So there's my answer. X plus 3 plus 18 divided by x minus 3. Let's do another one. Next problem is x to the 4th plus 4x cubed plus 16x minus 35 divided by x plus 5. So let's get those coefficients into the box. My x to the 4th term is, coefficient is 1. My x cubed, coefficient is 4. There's no x squared term in my original problem, so I'm going to put a 0. My linear term, my plain x, is 16. And then my number, my constant, is -35. So when I get to my answer, I'm going to have 1 less. My x to the 4th is going to be gone. My answer is going to have these in it here. X cubed down to my constant. All right, I need a number to divide by, so I'm going to take it out of the factor. So here it is in factored form, factor. And we are going to turn it into root or solution form. And all that happens when we change it from root to solution form is or factored form into solution form is that we're just changing the sign. So instead of having a +5, we're going to have a -5. All right, we're ready to start the process. Bring down the 1, multiply. 1 times -5 is -5. Add 4 plus -5 is -1. Repeat, multiply. -1 times -5 is +5. Add 0 plus 5, 5. Repeat. 5 times -5 is -25. Add. -16 plus, +16 plus a -25 is a -9. Repeat, -9 times -5 is a +40. Add. -35 plus 40 is 5. All right, now I'm going to plug back in my x's, and I start with an x cubed. So it'll be 1x cubed minus 1x squared plus 5x minus 5, and that last number is always my remainder, so plus 5 over x plus 5. And I'm adding that fraction in at the end. And there is my answer using synthetic division.